It's Patrina from Heart to Heart Energy. I just wanted to connect in with you just to tell you a little bit about what I've been observing lately with the collective energy field. That's the energy that surrounds the earth that everybody kind of connects into, and it's gone through shifts throughout the time. Through COVID, it went through obviously the fear, and after that, it went into loss, grief, sadness. It's gone into shame and guilt. It's gone into just a variety of things, and they always my guides always kind of show me ahead of time what is coming, what to expect. So I thought I would just tell you a little bit about this because it's quite interesting. So probably about, I guess maybe 3 weeks ago, I had a vision of going through the Red Sea with Moses, walking through it with him, and noticing how hard it was to go through. Like it felt like it was pulling you down, the texture of the sand as you're walking through. And then I was taken up and saw a council. So there was this crystal table. It was a beautiful crystal table with Moses sitting there, as well as this purple galactic energy form. And she looked very stoic, had no emotion on her face, kind of a square headdress, all purple. And obviously was talking telepathically. She didn't have a name. She had a sound as the name. I was shown where she was living, and it's a spaceship that was all purple and silver. And there was rows and rows and rows of people just sitting looking at a screen. No motion, absolutely silent in the space, except for like the hum of the spacecraft. And I was told that there was a choice to make. It was either save the earth or the people. So I said, why can't it be both? And they said that they had no interest in saving the people. It's up to them if they want to ascend or not. They didn't care, which kind of made me a little bit shocked. But this was their outlook, that they only cared about saving the earth because inside the earth is what they needed to run their spaceship. So I was then taken back to the council again with Moses and her sitting there, and they said, make a choice. And I said, well, people, of course. So it went like that. And then throughout the last few weeks, there's been little other pieces coming through about slavery and about feeling and being owned. So they're showing us that that is part of the healing of the collective right now. Going through this feeling of maybe you're in a job situation or in a relationship where you're feeling stuck, where you're feeling like all I do every day is get up, go to work. I feel unfulfilled. I don't feel joy. I don't feel happy. There's probably a lot of that going on right now. So why they're showing that is because it's an old pattern and belief that needs to be broken, is the slavery part. So way back at the creation of time, when humanoids were evolving at that particular time, coming from apes, etc., their brain was not developing very fast, as you can imagine. These other planets used to use things on Earth, such as the gold and things like that, to run their planets that they needed from Earth. So the Anuki was one of the planets that needed gold from the Earth. So it came down and started to produce, trying to get the gold out of the Earth, but found it a very tedious, hard process because they didn't have enough people, enough beings. So they decided that they would plant their DNA in these humanoids at this particular moment to teach them, to help them basically as slaves. Okay? So the humans then became smarter with their DNA in it. They became smarter, but they were used as slaves. Okay? Then it continues on to Egyptian time. Many slaves used. The process of showing me Moses was he was releasing the slaves He was releasing them from the hold that they were under, taking them through the sea to get them out of that whole situation. So it's very interesting. All these connections are clickety, clickety, clickety. So this last couple of weeks have been clients coming in feeling owned, feeling unfulfilled in their work situations, especially relationships in different cultural beliefs and patterns of where the women are subservient and owned, where they're treated like a slave. This is all coming through these last couple of weeks. So it's so fascinating to watch. It really honestly is fascinating to watch. So I've been shown that this is something that we are now working on, is releasing these old beliefs and patterns of being a slave, being owned. And if you think about it in today's day, we are still owned, right? We go to work to what? To pay a mortgage to a bank. The bank is owned by da-da-da-da-da, right? There's key players in the world that own most of everything. We basically are still servants. So this is the big shift we're going through as to where we feel and acknowledge that we are not going to be owned. We are not going to be servants any longer. So this is the collective energy that's going on now, and I thought you might be just interested in that. I'm going to put a link below for a YouTube video you can watch about this as well from another Bashar. He's awesome. I'm going to click that link below, as well as I'm going to put a link below for a guided meditation to help us release this belief and pattern of the slavery. Okay, so follow below and it'll show you where to go for the full guided meditation. Thank you for your time, and don't be a slave any longer. Make your world how you want it to be. And even if, what I was shown as well, just quickly, even if you're in a job or a relationship where you feel so unhappy that you're just going 9 to 5 and you're just putting in the time, they're asking you, in order to break the pattern, make sure you find something that you can be happy about in that particular situation. So if you're in a job situation where it's just nothing joyful, find at least one small thing that you can be happy about at that position. Okay, maybe it's another coworker, maybe it's a space in the place that you like. Whatever it is, just something small that's going to break this pattern. Okay, so keep going. We're almost done. We're almost at the edge of that big changeover. It's coming very fast. Stay strong.